Adam Cherin all the details.
Yeah, so that was fun. I think I say that every time, but that was a fun interview.
Yeah,
we just finished interviewing Adam Cherin. He went from F&I manager at the dealership to F&I corporate F&I director to corporate variable ops director a little less than a year ago.
Yeah.
So he's been with the company since the beginning, since before even me and TC.
Yeah.
When it was just he, David, and Amber.
It's really cool to hear about the cat facts from the source. And in the interview we talk about, I had heard about this guy, Adam Cherin, in Prolific Pranks when I was in Nashville, and I'd been hired with the company for 6 months. And having gotten to hang out with the guy, dude, he's super funny. I could have talked to him all freaking day.
Oh yeah, everything from being the prankster to his big health scare, creating this new role, and the leadership of the company. So everything's in there. It's so fun. It's exciting. Y'all give it a watch. Let us know what you think.
No, my unpopular opinion is, should I say it?
Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's do
we're
it. Boys.
good? Ready? Okay, we're ready.
My unpopular opinion is self-checkout. It's not faster. It's just free labor.
Free labor.
Dude.
It's not faster.
Wait, does anybody disagree with that though?
No, I completely
I
agree
think people
with
think it's
you.
faster.
Yeah.
I surveyed. I did a small
Yes.
sample. I did a small data set.
Okay, but
Some people thought it was faster.
You do always have like those cashiers that are like 85 years old that are just like,
Yeah.
what piece of fruit is this?
It's okay, Ethel. Just put it on the scanner.
They're like, they try to scan it 20 times and it doesn't scan. They're
I'd
like,
rather that.
Yeah.
Because I'm fumbling with the bag. It's like it thinks I stole something.
I'll tell
I'm
you.
like, then it says I need help and no one's around.
Yes.
It's taking like 15 minutes for someone to come over.
I'll tell you,
I
Adam,
think you nailed it.
I don't care if there is no one in line at the self-checkout. I will not use it.
Wow.
I refuse.
Okay. I'm not that.
Hold the
hardcore,
line. Hold the line.
But I respect it. Here's the devil's advocate. I think in principle you're correct. I was watching though the other day because like now it feels like you can tell like Walmart they want you to do self-checkout.
They don't have anywhere.
They don't have anywhere else to go.
We have one other person
There's
on
no
the
other
cigarette
option.
aisle.
Yes,
And that's,
it's literally
that's
it. I think if people weren't buying booze and stuff, and people like I buy booze, and like when I do in the self-checkout, it takes forever. Like if you didn't have to like look for the guy to scan your ID or whatever, it might be a little bit faster. But it's not as the situation sits. I think you're
But
correct.
then you have to like weigh your own potatoes
Oh,
and like
it's a
And
nightmare.
I'll tell you, I worked at a grocery store before, and so I checked people out at a grocery store, and I was good at it. I was like, oh, what's that potato number? 121. Doop, 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 right, and I was getting them right through there, right. That's a
You
good
got a nice little
cashier.
rhythm going.
Yeah.
You see what she's doing here?
Good cashier.
Those are potatoes. One potato, two potato.
That's awesome. Oh, that's- what chain was it?
Bilo. I worked at Bilo in B-Town.
Is that Buford? Okay.
Buford. No,
If you know, you know.
Now you know.
well, and to your point about just groceries in general, you know how I think, okay, you know how you can do pickup? You schedule your pickup, you order online, which is great to show up and roll up and have them put them in there. It has made the shopping experience for people who don't do that so much worse. Like, I feel like because they've got these huge carts that all these poor employees are shopping for the people who are going to pick it up. You're trying to get around them.
And you always know when it's one of them because they got their phone out and they're like trying to find some obscure thing that someone online saw, and they're like, And the person online's never seen it before, but they're like, "Oh, that looks awesome." And the poor person is like,
it's on the very bottom shelf, like behind everything.
Yeah,
the white kidney beans.
The store says one in stock. So
exactly.
You gotta try to
and it
find
makes it worse for everybody else that's in there shopping. Like, it makes it infinitely worse.
Yeah.
Well, I also wouldn't do online shopping because how do I trust them to pick out the vegetables, the good vegetables or the good meat or whatever, right? You can't trust them to do that.
See, I'm going to unpopularly disagree with you there. I take the convenience over. I'm like, well, there's a bruise on the banana, whatever. I saved 3 hours of my day. I am exclusively grocery delivery.
I will say all that, saying that probably 90% of our grocery shopping is done by Sean.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is he also the one cooking the food?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
he is also the one cooking the food, so I don't have to actually experience it that often.
But only when you do.
It's
on
hell.
the weekends when I don't have anything else to do, and I'll be like, all right, well, no self-serve line here. We're standing back here.
Should I give you guys my unpopular opinion?
We would like to hear it. Because
right.
I don't know how exciting mine's going to be, but I want to hear yours.
All right. So, like any good unpopular opinion, this starts with an aside. I love John Maxwell's books. Let me just get that out there. Once I figured out it was about being a servant, like, I'm in. That being said.
But
the 21 laws.
I was gonna say, you're on thin ice here.
Oh, I know.
If you're gonna be part of Hudson Automotive Group, and you're gonna start bashing John Maxwell.
I feel it like I'm throwing rocks at the Popemobile. You know what I mean?
I just want to look into the camera and disclaim I disagree with everything.
Disagree.
We disagree.
This is unpopular.
Unpopular.
Go get the box ninjas. Clean out his desk.
Here, just put your things in here.
But here it is. The 21 irrefutable laws of leadership.
You feel irrefutable?
Is a bonkers title, and I'm tired of pretending that it's not.
Okay.
That's crazy. All right, think about it. I told you this. Even Sir Isaac Newton penned the laws of motion.
Yeah.
Did not have the temerity to call them irrefutable laws of motion. No, laws of motion was enough for him. Like, if anybody has dibs on irrefutable, it's Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton.
So, but here's the thing. Here's my theory. I don't think John Maxwell wrote that title. That, to me, has the stench of studio publicist notes all over it. John, the focus groups responded positively to terms like irrefutable, saying, quote, it has an assertive feel. And there you go. I don't think he did it, but irrefutable laws, that's insane.
Let's try to refute one of them.
It's right there. It's right there.
At the bottom?
That's the,
Yeah, here it is.
Let's try to refute one of the...
Are there more than 20? Could there be more or less than 21?
Exactly. Do you add to the laws? Like, so the canon's not closed, is what we're saying.
Here's what we're saying. If a volume 2 ever comes out, and God forbid he adds or subtracts, the title is completely... Because you're right.
You're right. It's self-refuting. You're right. You can't add to it. It's irrefutable.
That's why none of his other books have that title.
Even the Lord God himself didn't call them irrefutable commandments. You know what I mean? Like... So why don't we all just calm down and call them like principles? That's all I'm saying. Agreed? Or am I going to charge this hill by my onesies?
You're going to charge it on your own. Charging it on
your
own.
I'm going to give you a little nod.
Yeah, he knows what that means. Irrefutable laws is bonkers. That's all I'm saying. That's my unpopular opinion.
Very good.
Can I hear cat facts on the beginning? Is that...
Yeah.
Sure. So cat
like
facts.
how did it even originate?
Yeah, really.
So it was a Sunday morning, a brisk Sunday morning. I feel like I'm starting the chapter of a book. Sun was creeping through the shade.
That's right.
And I don't know, I was like scrolling online and I saw this blurb, this kind of text thread of someone who had pranked someone else, and I think you could actually sign someone up for like a cat facts thing. I think it was like a thing, and they started sending someone like cat facts things. I'm like, that's hilarious. And so, I had already done some pranks at Hudson at that time. There are more. And I'm like, man, I should do this. I could do this. I had an app on my phone that you could disguise your phone number of like any other random number.
Okay.
And so I go on it, and I start messaging, people like, oh, you subscribe to Cat Facts. One perfect cat fact every day.
That's so good.
And
like the parentheses reply Y or N. Like it really looks like
I actually have it queued up so I can show you, because I'm putting their names in brackets so it looks like it was computer generated. Like, and so it's kind of like fishing at this point. I'm throwing out the lines and I'm waiting for responses, because you want to set the hook.
So how many people did you send it to initially?
A lot.
You did?
Yeah.
It really was like fishing.
And it was really good if, like,
ask your IT department.
You could see the person kind of regularly, because then you'd be like, because they would talk about it. Like, I'm so good at these stupid ass cat facts, and you're like, oh my gosh, really? Well, tell me all about it. Cat facts? What? And so I don't know. I hadn't been. I mean, I've been with the company with corporate for, this is my 11th year, and so this was probably like 9 or 10 years ago. It was a long. Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago.
Okay.
And I don't know what possessed me to text Ed Johnson.
So he was the first.
He was the first
he was
taker.
One of many.
Okay.
He was the first taker.
You set the hook.
I set the hook, and you had Daniel Johnson on here already, and he kind of told you how Andrew Creech and like Russ Rogers and like, so I knew Russ's real name was Mark. So I sent it to Ed and I bracketed and said, Mark Rogers has signed you up for Cat Facts. Because that would be something that, that was how the prank would go. You'll now receive fun daily facts about cats. And now I looked up real cat facts. Like, these are real facts about cats, which was sort of interesting.
How much time did this take?
Well, I had this going with Ed for a year.
But each time you did it, maybe just 10 minutes?
I mean... Yeah, it didn't take long to Google a cat fact, and I just had to make sure it's not a cat fact I had sent before. And I would send him a cat fact. Well, here's the best part about Ed, is I get, cats are the most popular pet in the United States. There's 88 million cats and 74 million dogs. Do you want to receive cat facts every hour? Reply and this crazy string of letters and numbers to cancel. And he replies. And I'm like, there's the hook. We're game on. Now we've got something here. So it's still Sunday morning. Oh, man. I said, command not recognized. You now have a year, bracketed, subscription to Cat Facts and will receive fun, bracketed, hourly updates. Thank you for choosing Cat Facts. He says, don't send me this. Shh, I hate cats. Which is amazing. It was like the best line, right? I hate them. You gotta go with what? Command not recognized. To cancel your subscription, please let us know you're human by completing the following sentence. My favorite animal is blank. He says dogs. I said, thanks for texting Cat Facts. 99 cents per amazing cat fact. Subscription confirmed. And so then I just go on and it goes for a long time. Oh, this I have the date. It was January 2017. So
give us one of them right there.
Oh, I have a favorite one.
Okay.
Actually here. When a cat, this is true.
All of them.
Wait,
are true.
all of them are true cat facts. I'm going to make sure you can hear this one. This is a good one. When a cat leaves its poop uncovered, it's a sign of aggression to let you know they don't fear you. So,
that's a good one.
If it ever happens to you, your cat's flexing on you.
This is so funny.
Yeah. So I did it for a year, and we would go to these meetings, and undoubtedly, because if you met Ed, he's starting to talk about it. These freaking cat facts. Oh my god! And he doesn't have any idea who's doing it. He thinks it's Andrew Creech. And then, I'd be there, and TC was really good about, fishing them out of them. And getting
so
them
he was in on it.
TC was in on it, and TC was the only one who knew for a long, long time.
Okay.
Because he was kind of the guy who would get Ed to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would find out, because it's not fun unless, because Ed stopped responding. So it's like, I was still doing it like a couple times a month. I'm like, well, I'm sending him cat facts. It's just my thing I'm going to do. But he wasn't responding. So the real glory and the fun of it is when you're there and you can get him talking about. Well, TC was a master at getting Ed to talk about cat facts, and so I'd be standing there and he go, "Yeah, I finally blocked the number," and I'm like, "Check." So I just go and create a new fake number, start sending new cat facts, and So for a year I did it, and we were at a meeting, and I've invested a year into this. Like, this is my prank. And we're at a table. We were all at a meeting, and we were after the meeting, and like, I think smoking cigars or something. And Ed goes, "Well, I finally figured out who it was." And I'm like, "Oh, who was it?" And he goes, "It was my dang F&I manager, da 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 da." And I was like, he goes, "So, it's all over. Joke's on him." And I was like, "Oh,
you should have sent him one just then."
I'm like, no one's getting credit for I put a year of this into this. This is my prank. So he's sitting there, I'm sitting here, and the most recent number that I've used, I'm pretty sure is not blocked. And so I pull it up, and I pull up the fake number, and I click send, and he's there, and I'm like this, and he pulls up his phone, and he goes, "Look at this. Look, there's this number." And he goes, "Hello?" And I go, "Hello?" And he goes, and then the revelation of a year comes washing over him.
That had to be like your finest moment. I mean, tell me, that's a crown of glory.
I mean, can't you tell how proud I am of it? I mean, I still have the text.
Did the table just explode?
Yeah. Because at that point, a couple more people had been let into the fold. And
what did TC say? How did TC just boost that up?
TC was just a master of these sort of things.
So good.
I don't know how he would. I think he does hypnotism or something. I don't know. He would just get Ed to start talking about it, and then it was great for me because I was loving the fact that I get to hear how my prank was affecting someone. Like, his wife was being told about it.
I'm not sleeping at night.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of broken families.
I've lost my entire family over this.
We don't even share the same bed anymore.
So simultaneously that I was doing it to Ed, I was doing it to my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And I saw him fairly often, and so I kind of got updates on cat facts. He thought it was one of his fraternity brothers, and he never changed his number. He never blocked the number. And so what
he
I did,
enjoyed the cat facts.
He did.
Did you know the cats don't cover their crap?
Yeah. You do. So I printed out all of the text messages for a year, and I rigged Secret Santa so I had him, and I bound them in a little book. And so for Christmas, he opens up his Secret Santa present, and it's all of the laminated cat facts that he's received for a year, and he looks at me and he's like, "You?" And the same look of Ed Johnson, just because they're like, it's been a year. A little bit of disgust and admiration at the same time. I can't believe you did this for a year, but oh my gosh, you did this for a year. And then later in the evening, he admitted to me he was a little sad that it was going to be over.
Yeah.
Because he started to kind of enjoy getting the cat facts. Kind of started to become part of his routine. When he would get one?
I think the magic is some of the little details that you thought of, like command not recognized.
Well, and I evolved it too. I started to send pictures of cats. I told them they'd been upgraded to Perfect Picture Saturday, and so I would send a picture of a cat and stuff like that.
It's just the little things.
Because I would get bored, I mean, I wanted to mix it up a little bit.
Dude, that's what you are, a Jim Halpert. That's genius. I love it so much.
It was a good one.
Oh gosh.
So
Yeah. Questions, and I just feel my jugular being against the shirt collar, and I'm just thinking, don't pass out. Yeah, so I moved out of Florida. I bounced from a dealership in the upstate in Greer, then to Columbia, and then came to Charleston. It started with Tom Downing. You don't really realize how scared you are until you're not scared anymore, and you look back on it,
Well said.
and you're like, oh, I was torqued. I was scared.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the mood for jokes at the time. Apparently, he didn't laugh. He goes, "Don't start with that."